came back, drop the classic, to establish that the magic, it's automatic. Got a master, who was at her? Living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tired, tell them all.
This is a brand new 2022 Yamaha YZ250, and as you can see, it's a beautiful specimen. But we are on a quest to turn this thing into something truly special. Welcome to our new bike build series.
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
So this is our new channel bike. And like I said, we've bought this to turn it into something really cool. But before I go on and tell you more, let's just pause right here. I want you guys to go into the comments right now and take your best guess at what we might be doing with this bike. And whilst you take a think about that, I'm going to hit the track on this freshie, run it in, get it dialed, and tell you a little more about this project. Okay, so the YZ250 didn't receive the big updates that the YZ125 enjoyed for 2022. But the big dog has been updated in some areas, but they're mainly cosmetic. It's now got this super modern look, a flatter seat, and is generally a bit thinner, which you can feel on track. You feel like you're sat on top of the bike rather than in it like you do on my old YZ125. In terms of performance, the motor is currently the same as it's been for donkey's years, but a newly designed air intake system does have an influence on the power characteristics, providing a bit more grunt mid to top. And again, you can feel that on track. In the dry, slick conditions, it was actually very difficult to get the power down and control it. Okay, so she's running, and I have to say there's plenty of power here. It's such a cool bike, such a fun bike to ride. So when you find out what we're actually going to do to it, adding more power, you're going to think we're crazy, but that's what it's all about. Like I said, the bike's running, and I'm going to have another day at the track, just dial it in the settings and getting used to the bike even more before we carry on with the project. So cut to me at a different track in a few days' time.
This is Washbrook Farm, which is one of our local tracks. I've spun literally thousands of laps around here over the years. I can ride it with my eyes closed, so it's the perfect place for me to get to grips with a new bike. This ride day was actually an 80th birthday bash thrown for the track owner John, who's been a massive part of local MX for the past 30 years. So a big happy birthday and thanks goes to John. So now that I've run the bike in and got it dialed, I can safely say that the YZ250 is super fun to ride and is more than fast enough for a weekend warrior like me. But just how fast is it? I'm feeling like we need a trip to the dyno room. So before we do what we're going to do to this beauty, I wanted to get some base numbers and figures from the stock version. So we're here in Roland's workshop to nail a few dyno runs. So I say stock version, we have changed one thing. We just changed the jetting on this from 178, wasn't it, up to a 190 on Roland's recommendation. He said that the stock version was a bit lean, so we did that. That's what I rode at the track the other day, and that's what's in there at the moment. But let's get it started up. Let's get it rolling. Roland Shaw of Hardcore Racing is a great friend of ours who has helped with so many projects over the years. He's a two-stroke genius and he'll be helping us a lot with this build. And just to note, we did conduct this dyno test during a massive heat wave here in the UK, so the conditions were less than ideal to say the least.
Yeah, so with outdoor jetting and probably this, well, no, if not the worst, the second worst day on the year that you could be dyno testing a bike.
As in it's too hot?
It's too hot. Well, we've got no humidity whatsoever. The rad's through the floor. Everything is all the rad, as in the figure on here, not radiators, is through the floor. So we're showing 41.33, but I don't think that's a particularly harsh figure. And there's every reason as to why the figures would be poor on the dyno today with this bike, or any other bike for that matter.
Okay, so I've made you wait long enough. Just what are we doing with this bike? Well, let me tell you. This guy's name is Riley Will. He owns a company in Canada called BRC. You might have heard of them. They specialise in selling bolt-on kits that turn KTM 250s and 300s into fire-breathing 500cc monsters. And we've just taken order of a very special prototype from BRC that should, all going well, transform our regular old YZ250 into a goddamn YZM 500. And of course, we'll be bringing you guys along with us for every step of the journey. This is going to be fun. Let the build commence. So yeah, you guys can expect a ton of content coming from this bike build project. And whilst we wait for the BRC components to land from Canada, we'll have this standard YZ250 sitting in the workshop, so you know we'll be doing some videos with this bike. Who wants to see it go head-to-head versus various other bikes from motocross history? Let me know what you want to see it go up against in the comments down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to join the Two Stroke family here to never miss an episode. But I'll end this video with a challenge for you guys. As you know from the Megalodon build series last year, I like to name my bikes and build a bit of a brand around them. So I challenge you guys to come up with a kick-ass name for our YZM 500. Let me know your ideas, guys, in the comments down below, and let's build something truly special together. I've got a feeling this is going to be a fun project. As always, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Max. This has been 999 Laser, and until next time, I'll see you at the track.
What's the next bike we want to do the kit for? And it was a natural to think about Yamaha, fantastic chassis and the best suspension off the showroom floor you can get. And so I can't wait to get to the Yamaha. You know, again, we were just on the dyno last week. This is with their other 500 engine, which, you know, they're all going to be very similar because they share the same technology.
Yep. We
produce 77 and a half rear wheel horsepower and 64 foot-pounds of torque. That being said, the torque of the 500 and the way it lays its power down, I believe actually makes some of my riding easier.